Hi, I'm Chris. Have you ever been online, like on Facebook or something, and you come across a recipe that looks really good, and you think to yourself, is it really as good as it looks like it is? Well, come along with me as we prepare some of these recipes and give them a try. And at the end of the video, I'll come back and let you know how we felt about the recipe, and if it's really as good as it looks like it is, and if it's worth you giving it a try. Today, we are going to try a cabbage casserole from Natasha's kitchen. So let's get cooking. All right, here's the ingredients we need for the cabbage casserole. We need 4 large eggs, a half a teaspoon of cornstarch, a half a teaspoon of baking powder, 4 ounces of mozzarella cheese, a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise, a 1/4 cup of sour cream. The recipe calls for fresh dill. I was not able to find any, so I have just some dried dill. So I have to do the conversion from 2 tablespoons of fresh dill to see how much dried dill that will be. A 1/4 cup of flour, 2 tablespoons of diced up green onions, and 1 pound of finely shredded cabbage. Let's get cooking. Alright, so the first thing we do is we whisk together the 4 eggs, the sour cream, and the mayonnaise. Next thing we do is we mix the flour with the cornstarch and the baking powder. Okay, that's mixed together. So now we take back the batter we made and we add the flour into here. Flour mixture. And we whisk this until it is smooth. I missed an ingredient from the beginning, a half a teaspoon of salt. Scrunch this into the cabbage for 30 seconds. And the cabbage starts to soften. Alright, next we add in to the cabbage the dill and the green onion. We stir that all up. I ended up using about a teaspoon worth of the dried dill. And you can see it is definitely seems to be plenty on this cabbage. It's coating it very well. All right, now it's time to get out our pie dish. We're supposed to use a 9-inch pie dish. I only have a 9-inch cake pan, not a pie pan. I have already buttered the pan. So then you put all of the cabbage in. Then we take our batter and we spread this, we pour this evenly over the top. A little bit more on this side, a little bit right there. Last but not least, before it goes in the oven, we sprinkle our mozzarella over the top. right, now it's time to put this in the oven. All right, our cabbage casserole is ready now for the oven. It bakes at 375 for 35 minutes. Hopefully I've timed it well, so it's done at the same time as our pork loin. Not sure how to tell if the cabbage casserole is done, but maybe I'll try sticking a fork in it. That sounds like a good plan. Seems to have the same consistency in the middle as it does on the edges. That sounds good to me, like it's done. All right, I have plated up the cabbage casserole. I've plated it up along with the ultimate garlic pork loin, so you can see that recipe as well. There'll be a link to that in the description. We're gonna go have dinner now, and I will come back and let you know how we felt about the cabbage casserole and if you should give this recipe a try. So we just had the cabbage casserole from Natasha's Kitchen, and it was very good. The cabbage, we've had several cabbage recipes here lately, and the cabbage in this recipe tasted nothing like the cabbage in other recipes, because in this one it's mixed with the egg batter. So it gave it a totally different flavor. It was very good. It reminded us of something else. We couldn't quite pinpoint it, almost like an egg roll, but not quite. My husband ate half of the entire dish. I probably should have used a little more of the dill. Remember, I used the dried dill instead of the fresh dill, and so I don't think I used quite enough of the dill. Our son was concerned he would be able to taste the mayonnaise in it because he is not a mayonnaise fan, but he was not able to taste the mayonnaise at all. We didn't really taste the dill, like I said. There wasn't quite enough of it. Really, we tasted the egg, the cabbage, and a little bit of the cheese. I realized after the fact I did not put in as much cheese as the recipe called for. But we will be putting this recipe in our repertoire of recipes to make in the future, and we recommend that you give this recipe a try. If you have any recipes that you would like us to try, please leave a comment giving us a link to that recipe. Or if you've given this recipe a try, please let us know what you think of it. And as always, let's keep cooking.